So welcome back. Here we are back in Keto Naturopath Kitchen, and I have something specifically for protein sparing modified fast or PSMF days. And we have a Precision PSMF Facebook group, which is a closed group for those people who take our 30-day course. And they keep asking, what sauces can we use on PSMF days? And I'm like, well, I don't know of any because most of them have carbs or most of them have fat. And so they said, well, can you think of something? And what I used to use sometimes is there's this North Carolina barbecue sauce that I buy at our local Food Lion. It's not easy to find. There is no sugar, no fats, no carbs. And this is what we had been using. It can't be found all over the country. So it's like, well, that's useless. That doesn't help anybody. So I decided to try and make my own barbecue sauces. And they're not just for barbecue, they're just to put over your meats during PSMF days. I'm going to start off with a mustard-based barbecue sauce, which is more of a South Carolina barbecue sauce. And I didn't think I would like this, but I'm going to tell you, I am hooked on this sauce. I have it on PSMF days. I have it on non-PSMF days. I just put it on everything. So to start off, you have 218 grams of prepared mustard. And I'm using Dijon mustard. This I got at Target. There is a Food Lion brand, I get it, Food Lion. And I used to use Grey Poupon all the time. And then I read the ingredients, and it has sugar in it. So I'm like, no, I'm not using Grey Poupon anymore. So the store brand Dijon mustards do not have sugar in them. So read ingredients, choose wisely. So 218 grams is about 3/4 of a cup. And yes, somebody's gonna say, oh, that sound. Yes, that sound. Well, it's just me doing mustard, nothing more. So it's almost a whole jar of mustard. We're gonna add a 1/2 cup of apple cider vinegar. And yes, I've been lifting weights and I still have a hard time opening jars. So we're gonna do a 1/2 cup. And yes, you could probably put this in a jar and shake it up, but I prefer doing it this way. And you're going to do a teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce, a teaspoon of garlic powder, a tablespoon of red pepper flakes, a 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and I'm using Stevia glycerite, better Stevia glycerite for sweetener. You can use any sweetener you want. I like better Stevia. It's gonna depend on how sweet you like things. I do not like sweet things, so then you just mix it all up. Just gonna get a small spoon to taste, just to see if there's enough sweetener. It's plenty for me. So then I had some of these jars left over, which I washed out and cleaned, and I put my barbecue sauce in there, but also I have all these ball canning jars that I will put this batch in. And I'm gonna tell you, you are going to love this on chicken, pork, in your PSMF mackerel or sardines. We've had it with lamb. It is really good. So then you just cover this, put it in the refrigerator, and use it whenever you want. Now, we're going to make the Eastern North Carolina vinegar-based barbecue sauce. I didn't even know there was such a thing until we moved to North Carolina. And that's what the jar that I had been using is an Eastern North Carolina barbecue sauce. Now for this, you start off with a cup of apple cider vinegar. a half a teaspoon of salt, a half a teaspoon of cayenne, and I need to buy more cayenne, but I'm growing a lot of peppers this year, so I will probably have my own soon. A teaspoon of crushed red pepper. I'm also growing my own peppers to make my crushed red pepper. A half a teaspoon of paprika. A half a teaspoon of chili powder. A half a teaspoon of garlic powder. And a teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce. And you mix that all up. This is a lot easier to mix up. If you like sweet things, you can add a little bit of sweetener to it. I don't like sweet things, so I will taste this. I actually put this on my steak the other night. I don't like anything on my steak. I put some C8 or MCT oil on my steak, and I don't like anything else other than salt and pepper. But I put this on the other day, and oh, it was so good. So these two barbecue sauces are perfect for PSMF days and perfect for every day. Because we had our steak, it wasn't a PSMF day. And it was absolutely delicious. So, two barbecue sauces, perfect for PSMF days, perfect for every day. A South Carolina mustard barbecue sauce, an Eastern North Carolina vinegar-based sauce. PSMF days are never going to be the same. No excuses anymore. Try it.